Hello students, in this video we see how we can search an element from one collection or from given elements which are stored inside an array. So how we can search element from number of elements which are stored inside one array. So we create one project console application and I'm giving name as search demo. Okay, so how we can search one element from entered elements. So to store number of elements I'm using here n. Then for searching element I'm using here one element variable. Then for storing integer elements I'm using here array. Then I'm giving one message to user like enter number of elements. Okay, I'm giving one message to user enter number of elements. Now I'm accepting the number of elements from user by using console.readLine. We know how we can accept the values from user, but this gives me string result, so I need to convert by using convert.toInt 32. So I'm getting the value of n here. Now I need to initialize or allocate the memory for this array for n elements. Means I want to store these n elements inside this integer array. So I'm allocating memory by using new keyword, new int of n. Number of elements are n. Now I'm giving one again message to user as console.writeLine enter those n elements one by one. Okay, now user gives n elements one by one and we need to store those n elements inside this array. So for n elements, for storing n elements, I'm using here one for loop which goes from 0 to n minus 1. And I'm storing all the n elements inside array. So I'm using this line here. User gives one element, but before that I'm giving one message to user as enter array element. Enter array element. How many times this message will come in front of user? N times. Now after executing this for loop, our array is ready with these n elements. Now we need to give one message to user as enter element to search. Enter element to search. Okay, searching element we now enter or get from the user. So user gives here the element to search inside this array. Now this element we need to search inside this array. So we use here sequential search method. So I am again using one for loop, and which goes from 0 to n. We compare our element to array element one by one sequentially. So if array of ith index of array element is exactly equal to my search element, then I'm printing one message as console dot write line as element found at location. If element found at ith location, then I'm printing I plus 1, because if element found at first location, then my I is equal to 0. So we print as element found at location not 0 but 1. Element found at location 1. If index is 0, then we print the message as element found at location 1. So I am giving this message, and if element is found, then there is no need to traverse the this for loop forward. So we break this for loop and go outside. Now another condition is if element not present inside this array, then our for loop totally executed, but this if condition will not be true in that case, and this message will not print. At that time we need to give the message as element not found. Okay, if this condition will not be executed, or the result of this condition is always false, for n elements this result will be false, then in that case element will not be there. Okay, element not found message we need to give on console. So if we check here, if I is exactly equal to n, when I goes to exactly equal to n, when our for loop executed completely, then I becomes n, and we give the message as element not found. Or we may take one flag here, int flag is equal to 0, and if this flag becomes 1, then element found, and if this flag is 0, second way, if flag is exactly equal to 0, as initialized flag is equal to 0, if element will be find successfully, then flag will be 1, and if flag is 0, then we say that element not found. Means our control will not go inside this if, then we give the message as element not found in entire list. Element not found. This error message we print. If flag is exactly equal to 0, both ways are there. We may use I is exactly equal to n, or we may use extra flag variable and check that flag variable's value. So in this way we can search given element in array, one dimensional array. Now here we give the end line as console dot read key or read line. That is our final line, console dot read key. Now if I execute this program, see what is the output. Enter number of elements. It gives me one message, enter number of elements. If I enter 7, then it gives me another message as enter those 7 elements one by one. So I need to give those 7 elements one by one here. Now I am giving one element 45, then 67, then 12, then 34, then 23, then 89, then 77. These 7 elements I am giving, and these 7 elements stored inside the array. Now it gives me one more message as enter element to search, and if I am giving 34, then it gives me the message as element found at location 4. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So at 4th location there is 34. Now my program is terminated here. If I again run this program, and at this point I am storing only 5 elements, 56, 34, 12, 78 and 90, and if I am giving the element to search as 11, then it gives me message as element not found, because 11 is not present in this given entire list. So in this way you may do this program, sequential search. Inside sequential search, we search given element one by one sequentially. If we compare here the element which is searching element, okay, this element we compare with this first element, because the initial value of I is 0. Then 0th element we compare with the search element, means first element. If it is a match, if there will be match, then element found at location 0 plus 1 means first location. If there is there will not be matching this element and array of 0th element, then we go towards the next element, means I plus plus will place, and I's value next time is 1, means array of 1 is exactly equal to element, means we compare the next element of array with search element, and if the match found, then we print the message as element found at location I plus 1. If for loop will be executed completely, and this if condition always false for every time, this condition will be false, then at that time we go towards this if, and we see flag is exactly equal to 0, because every time the condition of this if is false, and flag will not be changed, so our flag is equal to 0, which is initial value, and in that case we print the message as element not found. So this is the logic behind sequential search.